change. I'll never be the same. It's always do this, do that, everything they want to. I don't wanna live that way. Every chance they get, they're always pushing me away. It's never enough, no, it's never enough, no matter what I say. It's never enough, no, it's never enough. I'll never be what you want me to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Xwf Shockwave, episode 35. We're here tonight. Here we go. We're opening already with Lord Lore making his way down to the ring. He did say on the pre-show, if you've seen it, that he would be opening the show and he wanted to come down and speak. And ladies and gentlemen, literally bare minutes into the show, before I even finished speaking and even had a chance to show you guys what we got lined up tonight, Lord Lore is already making his way down to the ring. His face is that of a man with a mission. That of a man who's got something on his mind. That of a man that wants to run his mouth like Lord Lore always freaking does. So Lord Lore is here, ladies and gentlemen. No doubting that he's an amazing wrestler. But what has he got to say here tonight? He's grabbed the microphone. Lord Lore says, I want to address what happened at Demolition pay-per-view. I had that match won. Luke Loins, you can say what you want. The fans can say what they want. But if I had hit Luke Loins with swift justice, lights out, it would be game over. And I would rightfully be the XWF World Heavyweight Champion. But no, something happened. And that something was Mr. Black. It seems Mr. Black, he heard my words. He heard my challenge and he took it seriously. But Mr. Black, hear this. You will get what's coming to you. You will wish you stayed in retirement and never showed your face again. But before I deal with Mr. Black, I want the XWF title that I rightfully own. So Luke Loins, tonight, I won. And what the hell? What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, Damage is coming out. The winner of the Demolition Series is making his way to the ring. Damage is obviously, he's the #1 contender now for the World Heavyweight Champion. He won the Demolition Series and that gives him his slot. I don't think he's taken too kindly to Lord Lore, obviously trying to worm his way into another title shot when Damage is now the #1 contender. And Lord Lore gets the microphone up to his mouth and he says, Damage, what are you doing interrupting me? Lord Lore doesn't seem happy, and Damage says, well, how about you look at the results of Demolition? I won the Demolition Series, and that makes me the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. So how about you cut your crap? And how about you cut talking about how you want another shot? Turn yourself around and leave the ring and let the new #1 contender do the talking. Oh, Damage sticking it to Lord Lore, and Lord Lore says, I bet you think you're so funny, don't you, Damage? Well, let me tell you a little something. You're an ungrateful little bastard. If it wasn't for me, you would be nothing. I took you a nightmare under my wings, and I made something of both of you. You never have the right to come out here. You have the nerve to come out here and talk to me like I'm nothing. Newsflash, Damage. You're not half the wrestler I am, and you never will be. Damage and Lord Lore exchanging harsh words here, and Lord Lore says, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do what I should have done a long time ago, and that is beat you into a pulp and show you who's the boss, who's the alpha male. What's this? Look at this. Damage moving in close to Lord Lore. And Damage says, you're going to beat me into a pulp. Prove it in the main event tonight. Damage, Lord Lore tonight. A challenge. These two men staring each other down. Neither of them is backing down. Neither of them is backing down. Ladies and gentlemen, it's got to happen. The challenge is there. The fans want to see it. Anniversary show. Could the main event be Lord Lore Damage? Now the owner has come up on the screen and he says, ladies and gentlemen, Welcome to Xwf Shockwave 35. I want to thank every single person that's watched an XWF show. I want to thank everyone that has supported the XWF. Now, I had a blockbuster main event already planned for tonight. However, it appears Damage and Lord Lore have made a main event themselves. I'm willing to let it slide because I'm sure that all the XWF fans really want to see that match. So here's what else we're going to have lined up tonight. I've spoken to the Birds of Prey, the Tag Division Champions, and we have decided on two teams who will face off to become the #1 contender for the tag titles. Those teams are Pegasus and the Poker Kings, and that will be opening tonight's show. Poker Kings versus Pegasus, like it. The owner says, we will also see Tobias Upson defending the Internet Championship against a man of his choice. Also, I would like to announce that I've finally been able to come to a contractual agreement with Crow, and he will return to XWF television tonight. Crow's back in action. The contract dispute has been settled, and he's back on XWF TV. Interesting. And the owner says, my original main event that I had planned for tonight will still be taking place. It just won't be the main event. And that match will decide the 3rd and 4th place for the Demolition Series. Obviously, the winner was Damaged, 2nd place was Junction. So it will be a classic encounter. Nightmare faces off against Dr. Khan. And the owner says, finally, I'd like to say well done to Luke Loins for defending his world title. And I'm offering Luke Loins a free night tonight. So while I know you're in the building, Luke Loins, just enjoy the show, kick back, put your feet up, have a coffee, enjoy and relax, because you're going to be back in action next show. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy tonight's show. Wow, what a cracker! What a cracker we have got lined up for this anniversary show. Let's look at the card, ladies and gentlemen. The Poker Kings face off against Pegasus, #1 contendership for the Tag Division titles. Crow returns. He's back in action tonight. We don't know who he's going against, but I'm looking forward to seeing him in the ring again. You know, always an interesting competitor. The Internet Championship goes on the line. Tobias Upson defends it against a man of his choice. He specifically asked the owner for a match against someone he thinks deserves a shot. We don't know who it is. I guess we're going to find out soon enough. And then in what was supposed to be the main event tonight, the Demolition Series 3rd and 4th place will be decided when Nightmare faces off against Dr. Khan. A classic encounter. I'm looking forward to it. Two men that will go always out on each other, who will come out on top. Interested to see it. And our main event tonight, Lord Lore versus Damage. Two men that want to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and they're going to face off tonight. It's going to be a great match. We're moving straight into in-ring action now. The Poker Kings making their way down to the ring. You know, the Poker Kings have had a rocky ride lately. You know, they're not the favorites to be the Tag Division Champions. They're not the favorites to be the #1 contenders. This is their chance to change that. This is their chance to get back up the mountain in the tag division here in the XWF, start climbing. You know, I've seen people at the bottom. I've seen people at the very bottom with sheer grit determination, just using their fingernails, just scraping their way through brick, through dirt, through rock, through metal, through anything to climb their way up. The Poker Kings can try that tonight against Pegasus. It's going to be a great match. Pegasus now making their way down to the ring. I'm looking forward to this. Bugs Bunny! What the hell Bugs Bunny doing here? They're just attacking Pegasus out of nowhere. Just during their entrances, and Bugs Bunny just nailed him. My God. Absolutely vicious. Pegasus are ruined. What the hell? Pegasus are ruined, and Bugs Bunny, Pegasus rolled off the stage, you know, just rolling out of here after that beat him. And Bugs Bunny's music starts playing. Why don't they just take in the position in this match? I'm sure that can't happen. I'm sure that's not official. You can't just beat people up and take their position in the match. I want to know who backstage played your entrance music. God's sake, man, this is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not happy about that. Bugs Bunny looking at the referee. I don't think the referee's going to deny him this match. He's rung the bell. Oh my God. The referee needs to grow a pair of balls, man. Seriously, Bugs Bunny can't just force their way into a #1 contendership match. They had their shot at Demolition against the Birds of Prey, and they couldn't come up on top. They came out short, and, you know, this is just harsh. This is just harsh. You know, the Birds of Prey specifically made a match, Poker Kings versus Pegasus. Bugs Bunny have gone on a whim, taken out Pegasus, and now they're trying to fight their way into this match, and I don't like that. Either way, there's nothing I can do about it. I better start calling the match. Skinner tagging in Bruiser now, just rolling his arms over Curtis Club's face, and Bruiser kicks him in the abdomen. Bruiser shoulder blocked viciously, knocking Curtis Clubs off his feet, and Bruiser just using the headbutt to knock Curtis Clubs down, drew him back in, kick to the abdomen. Curtis Clubs blocks a clothesline, the fans on their feet. The fans really getting behind the Poker Kings. Not something you see very often. And now Curtis Clubs just stretching the arms and the back of Bruiser. Look at that, just rolls him over, slams him down on the mat, and now just stomping on the chest. Stomping on the chest. You know, the fans are against Bronx Bunny. They disagree with this as much as I disagree with it. Bronx Bunny should be in this match. Vicious clothesline from Curtis Clubs. You know, I would love the Poker Kings to put Bronx Bunny in their place. I really would. Another clothesline, but he moves out the way. Bruiser now just picking Curtis Clubs up. Look at the strength. Look at the strength. He just slams him down viciously, rattling the skeleton for the cover. That's one. That's two, and a kick out on two by Curtis Clubs. You know, good kick out from Clubs, but he's looking like he's hurting, and Bruiser is staying on the attack like a shark smelling blood and water. He is just reeling the attacks, and Curtis Clubs blocks a clothesline from Curtis Clubs, using the power of his upper body again to knock Bruiser down. A third one. Outfighting the Bronx Bunny. I love it. Leg hook, that's one. Kick out on one by Bruiser. Resiliency from this brawling type man. Irish whip into the corner. Curtis Clubs, if he could tag in Dominic Spade, this would be perfect. Shoulder block again from Curtis Clubs, and tags in Dominic Spade. This is what the Poker Kings need. Slams Bruiser's head onto Dominic Spade's big size 15 boot. And now Dominic Spade a kick to the midsection. Picking Bruiser up, a kick to the abdomen, side headlock, elbow shot to the back of the head. The Poker Kings really taking control of this match now. Elbow shots to the forehead, and another one from Dominic Spade, viciously applied, beautifully, giving the edge to the Poker Kings as we speak. Turns him around, another elbow shot to the jaw, Hangman style. Dominic Spade for the cover, that's one. That's two, and a kick out on two by Bruiser, not enough to keep him down. What's Skinner doing? What the hell is Skinner doing? Runs in, shoulder block. Skinner, what the hell? Referee! Referee! Open your eyes and do your freaking job. Throw it into a corner, and Bruiser just runs in and clotheslines him with aggressive force. Another clothesline from Bruiser, and another one, knocking Dominic Spade off his feet. Irish whip from Bruiser into the corner. He runs in and just throws his body into Dominic Spade. Stunned him. Bruiser spearing Dominic Spade into the mat. Absolutely vicious. And look at Bruiser just pouring into the fans. They're booing him. Bruiser grabs Dominic Spade, spins the arm, uppercut. Absolutely vicious. This could be over. Leg hooked by Bruiser. 1, 2, 3. Dominic Spade kicks out at 2.9. I thought it was over, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it was over. The fans are behind Dominic Spade here. But Bruiser has got him on the ropes. He's fighting back. Dominic Spade, shoulder block, pushing Bruiser over. Get the tag, Spade. Get the tag. He picks Bruiser up. Irish whip, bounces him off the rope. But Bruiser, with the strength of a freight train, cuts the momentum of Dominic Spade, knocking him to the ground and now just stamping on the midsection. Vicious Bruiser. Look at that kick to the chest. And now Bruiser just throwing fists into the face of Dominic Spade. This is not what the Poker Kings need. Absolutely unrelentless from the Bronx Bunny. Irish whip, throwing him into the corner of Bronx Bunny. And this is what they do. Dominic Spade turns Bruiser around. Shoulder block to the abdomen. Look at this. Bruiser pushes him out the way. Bruiser strong right hook. Oh my God. Dominic Spade collapses into the mat. Skinner runs in and knocks Curtis Clubs off the apron. 1, 2, 3. Bronx Bunny, do it. Bronx Bunny win the freaking match. I can't believe it. Does that make them the #1 contenders again? Do they get another shot? Look at this replay. Double kicks out the way, and Dominic Spade just didn't see it coming. A vicious right hook. Skinner knocked Clubs off the apron. Bronx Bunny get the cover. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I don't know if this makes them the #1 contenders. I don't know how I feel about this, but you can't deny they won the match. You know, the Bronx Bunny are successful, and again they're leaving their mark on the tag division. I'm not happy about it, but you can't say anything about that until the Birds of Prey are going to have to address this situation, because this is their division now. They're the head people of that division, and you know they need to sort this out because it's getting silly now, in my opinion. Anyway, we're going backstage now with the owner. Somebody's coming into the office. It's the Grebel, and the Grebel says, "Mr. Authority." And the owner says, "Grebel, how can I help you?" What the hell does the Grebel want in the owner's office? And the Grebel says, "Well, I just wanted to say that I know Fosher is on holiday, but to make an anniversary show without at least one member of T-Unit in a match, well, let's just say It's like a burger without a patty, a cake without sponge, a rock band without a guitarist, a pizza without cheese, a car with no wheels. And the owner says, okay, you can stop. Your point is you want a match tonight, right? What the hell? Come on, man. The Grebel was on the pre-show. He can't wrestle on this show again. And the Grebel says, exactly. And the owner says, well, I'll tell you what. You got yourself a match. And the Grebel says, good. Somebody's going to get their head kicked in. And the Grebel leaves, and the owner adjusts his tie. What has the owner got in mind for the Grebel? Backstage now with the Birds of Prey, and Hork says, Bronx Bunny, you had no business attacking Pegasus. We gave you a shot at our tag titles at Demolition, and you fell short. We're not going to let you ruin other teams' chances in this division. So we are going to right the wrongs that you have made. Poker Kings, next week on Tremors, we're giving you a title shot against us for the tag team titles. On episode 36 of Shockwave Pegasus, you get a chance for revenge. It'll be Pegasus versus Bronx Bunny for the #1 contenderships. Birds of Prey laying down the law. You know, no shit. They're giving Poker Kings a shot. And they've given Bronx Bunny a match against Pegasus for #1 contendership. That's amazing. Inferno making his way down to the ring. I don't know what this is about. He's not scheduled tonight. He's not got a match tonight. But he's making his way down the ring. You know, he's obviously not bothered about schedules. He's got something to say or something to do, and he's doing it. Fans booing Inferno, you know. Not a fan of Inferno. I thought he was great starting out. I thought he was brilliant. He's got a mean streak in him lately, you know. I understand his frustrations. He's a great wrestler, and he's found it hard to break through since Xwf started. He's been in the background. He's tried to do the right thing. He's tried to be a good guy, but it hasn't worked out for him. But that is not an excuse for his actions, you know. Stuff like attacking Tobias Upson, even though Upson gave him a shot, that is not how you go to the upper echelons of the Xwf. You gotta be the good man, the businessman. You gotta play it fair and square, not be an asshole like Inferno. He's asking for a microphone. Let's see what he's got to say. And Inferno says, as you might have been at Demolition, Tobias Upson beat me. Well, it's a loss that I'm not too concerned about. Because the internet title, it will be mine soon enough. You know, I'm not worried about that. I'm going to keep coming for that belt. There was, however, somebody who took a pretty devastating loss at Demolition. Junction. I'm talking about you. What the hell? What's Inferno's beef with Junction? And Inferno says, it must feel pretty bad for you. You fluked your way through the Demolition series. Fluke after fluke. And then you fell at the last hurdle. Flukes will only get you so far. I saw your reaction at Demolition. The devastation in your face. The disappointment in your face. I saw the fans' disappointments. The fans wanted you to win, but you just couldn't do it, could you? Well, Junction, you didn't deserve that slot in the Demolition series anyway. Inferno deserved that shot. Had I been given your shot, I'd be the new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship right now. Junction's music's playing. He's not about to have Inferno run his mouth on him. Junction's not looking too pleased. He's got a microphone. What's he gonna say? And Junction says, Inferno, I don't know what your problem with me is. I've never stepped on your toes. Hell, we've never even really crossed paths. What's Junction gonna say? And he says, but if you think I'm gonna stand out the back while you talk shit about me, you're wrong. So I'm gonna ask these fans if I should come down to that ring right now. And we'll see if it was a fluke that I came second in the Demolition series. Junction, is he going to go down and beat up an Inferno? Inferno says, think we've got what it takes? Let's go. Inferno putting the challenge out to Junction. I'm loving this. I am loving this. Junction, go get him. Junction's making his way down to the ring. This is it. We'll be diving Junction versus Inferno right now. Unscheduled match. Here tonight on Xwf Shockwave episode 35 anniversary show. Junction is going to take on Inferno in an unscheduled match. I am up for this. Two great stars here in the XWF, two upcomers. You know, Junction's really been carving his way lately. If Inferno could get a win over Junction, that's definitely a big hit for his credibility. You know, as a man that's trying to put his name on the map, a man that's trying to prove he's got what it takes, a win over Junction could be a big one for him. Could certainly be a big move for him. These two locking horns. Who's the stronger man when it comes to a tie-up? Inferno wins the tie-up. Headlock on Junction. Junction spins the arm around. Headlock of his own. Knee to the face by Junction. Side headlock by Junction. Inferno turns his way out of the European uppercut. Locks in a headlock of his own. Knee to the face from Inferno. A big one. Runs in clothesline. Knocking Junction off his feet. Inferno picks Junction up to his feet, goes for a kick. Junction blocks it, elbow to the knee. Right on the kneecap. It's going to hurt. Spins the arm of Inferno, kicks him in the jaw. Beautiful move from Junction. Inferno didn't see it coming. Now Junction with the Irish whip. Bounces Inferno off the ropes. Look at this. Ducks under. Ducks under. Clothesline from Junction. Decapitated Inferno. Freaking taking his head right off his shoulders. Russian leg sweep from Junction. Junction definitely looking the stronger man early on in this match. Knife edge chop, elbow combos, onto the ropes. Junction with the Irish whip, leapfrogs over Inferno, jumps up, crossbody, planted Inferno into the mat for the cover by Junction. 1, 2, kick out on 2 by Inferno, not enough to keep him down. Junction looking very strong and sharp early on in this match. Knife edge chop across the chest while he's in the corner. Inferno throws Junction into the corner, punch between the eyes, and another one. Inferno trying to take control, back clothesline. Vicious. These two men really working solid against each other, going all out. Kick to the abdomen by Inferno, side headlock, spin around neck breaker. Spin around neck breaker, tie turning move. And now Inferno, look at this, undisciplined backdrop. Dropping Junction down with force, which is definitely going to take its toll as this match goes on. Elbow shot to the forehead from Inferno. Looking strong now. Inferno knee to the face of Junction. Junction started out very strong, but Inferno taking control. I speak too soon because Junction with a knee to the face. Junction trying to make his comeback here. Grabs the leg of Inferno. Dragon screw from Junction. Come on, Junction. The fans behind him. We got a Junction chant going on. A knee to the face. Knife edge chop into the corner. Knife edge chop across that red roar chest now. Junction Irish whip into the opposite corner. Runs in. Forearm smash, but Inferno moved out the way. Throws the arm over. Inferno spinning round backdrop. High angle style, shattering the momentum that Junction had just built up, and now Inferno once again taking control of the match with a pullback into an elbow shot. Irish whip draws him back again, and an elbow shot to the jaw. Fist drop from Inferno, planted right into the head of Junction. Leg hook, that's 1. That's 2. Kick out on 2 by Junction, not enough to keep him down. Inferno, Irish whip into the corner, runs in, clothesline, but Junction moves out the way. Look at this, oh, he's locking it in. Textbook Junction, half suplex, and he nails it down. This is Junction's chance to turn the momentum back over, snap over neck breaker. Snap over neck breaker, he picks Inferno up, kicks him down, fork in the road, the fans on their feet. Junction is charged up, he's going crazy, ready for backfire. What the hell? Inferno jumps out the ring. Inferno's leaving. Inferno is walking away. Like a coward, the fans are booing him. He's just walking away, walking out on this match because he knew Junction had him in a tight spot. Inferno shouting at the fans, telling them to shut the hell up as they're booing him, and Inferno's just leaving. The referee just watching on. That's it, he rings the bell. He asks for the bell to be rung, and it's over. It is over. Junction wins by no contest as Inferno is disqualified for leaving in the ring and missing on the 10 count. Inferno just giving Junction evils. The fans booing Inferno out of the building. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. A great little match there. Shame about the ending. Sour grapes there. Sour taste in your mouth after that ending. But Upson is backstage here with Malice from the Hardcore Hate Crew. And he says, Malice, I just wanted to say to you that I really appreciate the support that the Hardcore Hate Crew have given me in the past. Which is why tonight I want to give you an opportunity. I want to give you a favor. You're the guy that I'm choosing to face me for the Internet Championship tonight. He's choosing Malice. Interesting choice. And Malice says, wow, thanks, Upson. I really wasn't expecting that. Malice wasn't expecting it, he said. Tobius Upson says, no problem. And because it's an anniversary show, I want us to go out there and put on a great show for the XWF fans. So I'm letting you choose the stipulation of the match. Bold quote, bold move from Upson. And Upson says, so you have a little while to decide and pass your decision on to the owner, and he's going to make it happen. So I'll see you in the ring tonight, man. Good luck. Upson giving Malice a shot and allowing him to choose the stipulation. So we now know it will be Malice versus Tobias Upson for the Internet Championship, but we don't know the stipulation. Malice has got to choose that. He's got time to sort it out, make a decision, and give his choice to the owner, and the owner is going to make that happen tonight. Very interesting. What could it be? It could be anything. It could be first blood. It could be submission. Anything. And now, ladies and gentlemen, T-Unit, Rebel, making his way down to the ring. You know, he's already wrestled on the pre-show. He already wrestled on the pre-show for this show, and now he's gone to the owner's office, and he said, I want a match. You can't have a match on an anniversary show without a member of T-Unit. And the owner said, you want a match? You can have a match. Didn't tell him who it was against, but the owner adjusted his tie in like a cocky way afterwards. So we're not quite sure who the Rebel is against, but I guess we're going to find out. Who's it going to be? Big D, please. That'd be hilarious. And oh dear. We heard that his contract has been reinstated here in the XWF, and it is Crow. Crow making his first appearance since Absolution, where he had a match against Dr. Korn. Dr. Korn came out on top, but Crow now faces the Rebel here tonight on our anniversary show. Personally, I am not liking the Rebel's chances. You know, if I was the Rebel, I'd ask for a match, and now I saw this weird man, this weird machine, this weird monster making his way down to the ring, and now with no emotions. I would be scared if I was the Rebel. I would definitely be scared. Pro Aiden Black, not the sort of man that you want to be stepping in the ring with. Such an emotionless husk. Such a man who will do whatever it takes to win. Rebel takes on Crow. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. Rebel tells Crow to bring it. The referee says ring the bell. Crow side headlock on the Rebel. Elbow shot to the back of Rebel's head with vicious precision. And another one. And now Crow Irish whip into the corner. Wasn't big boot. Oh my God. Rebel just crumbling to the mat. Trying to make his way up to his feet. Crow onto the top rope. Flight of the Crow. Flight of the Crow. Rebel is decimated. Crow rubbing his hands together in this sickening fashion. Rebel stunned. He doesn't know where he is. Crow puts him up for impalement. Crow puts him up for impalement, and he nails it on the Rebel. Ladies and gentlemen, this is as good as over. Crow for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Crow defeats Rebel here tonight. XWF 35 anniversary show. Crow is victorious, and he leaves. You know, what is Crow going to bring to the XWF now that his contract has been reinstated? I don't know, but whoever he's going up against, I'm not looking forward to their chances. Don't forget, up next, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we got the ladder match. That is what Malice has chosen for the Internet Championship. And that should be up next. Wait a minute, what the hell? Wait, I thought the ladder match. Big D making his way down to the ring. Everyone's loving coming out unannounced tonight on this anniversary show. But let's be honest, who the hell is going to stop Big D? I don't know anyone that's going to go out and say, Big D, stop. You can't come down to the ring. There's already a match scheduled. No. If Big D comes out, you let him do what he's got to do. You just let him do it. That's all that happens. Because Big D will put his fist through your mouth, and you'll be in intensive care for the next couple of years. Big D, the no-holds-barred champion. Won it from Matt King at Absolution in a rather unorthodox way. He lost the match. Matt King beat Big D, pinned him 1, 2, 3, and then while Matt King was celebrating, Big D, he used the no-holds-barred championship rules, and he chokeslammed Matt King all the way to hell, pinned him, and now he's victorious. He's the champion. He's been holding off, defending the title well, and he's asking for a microphone. Big D says, I want to talk about the state of this title. This championship represents those that put their bodies on the line. This title represents guys that bleed and shed tears and push the boundaries of wrestling. This is the No Holds Barred Championship, and it represents the most extreme. When XWF was first starting up, I put this title on the map with Damage at the first ever Demolition pay-per-view, tearing each other apart, putting each other through tables, through stairs. We built the foundations for this title. We made it respectable. We made it credible. And now I hear people saying, oh, that title, it's degraded. It's a shadow of its former self. So I say this. It's time to put this fucker back on the map again. I want someone to stand up to me. I want somebody to rise up, leave a mark, leave a message. I want somebody. Oh, what? Wait a minute. It's Matt King, the Supernatural. He's coming out. The man that lost that title to Big D at Absolution, and Big D just staring up at Matt King. And Matt King says, Big D, Big D, Big D. I love your ignorance. I love it. I laugh out loud when you say that you and Damage put that title on the map. That makes me laugh. Because let me tell you something. I revolutionized hardcore wrestling before the XWF even existed. My name encapsulates hardcore. My name is synonymous with hardcore, extreme and no holds barred. I am a hardcore wrestling god, and I proved that by coming to the XWF and winning that title. Matt King, he's laying down the law. Matt King says, and the only reason you have that belt is because you got lucky and you got me when my back was turned. There's nothing more to it, Big D. And I want you to know that for as long as I am not the No Holds Barred champion, I will always be the #1 contender, and I will always be on the hunt. I will always be hot on your tail. And anyone in the XWF locker room that thinks they can take the #1 contender shot, they need to look in the mirror and realize that they are not Matt King. They are not Supernatural. And I dare them to try and take it from me, because no one is my level. No one. Big D just staring up at Matt King. Matt King has said his part, left Big D speechless, and Matt King is leaving, and what the hell? Tsunami! Oh my god! A title slam on the stage, just leaving Matt King in ruins on the stage. Look at Tsunami just looking what he has done, and Big D takes notice. Big D just staring up. Tsunami, we haven't seen him for a long time, and he is just staring down at the ring. Staring, look at the eyes of Tsunami. The fire, the power of Tsunami. Big D wanted somebody to leave a mark. Big D needed someone to leave a mark on the division, and Tsunami is staring towards Big D. Is this a warning to Big D? Is this a warning that Tsunami is coming for the No Holds Barred title, ladies and gentlemen? I love it. I did not see that coming. Tsunami hitting the title slam on the Supernatural Matt King. I love it. Going backstage now with Yashi Auditorium and Malice, and he says, Malice, tonight on show 35, you have an opportunity, a match in which the Internet Championship will be on the line. Tobias Upson gave you the choice of stipulation. You chose ladder. Do you believe you can win the title tonight in a ladder match? Malice says, Upson, he's a great competitor, and I appreciate that he has given me this shot. The reason I chose a ladder match is because I believe it plays to my strengths. But I know that Upson is no stranger to this stipulation. After all, he won the Internet Championship in a ladder match. But I'm going to go out there tonight with every intention of winning. It's going to be a great match. Malice leaves. He says he's going to get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, the Internet Championship goes on the line in a ladder match. Tobias Upson, his music is playing, the fans on their feet, and look at him, he is hyped up, he is ready for this. No stranger to the ladder match stipulation. He won the title from Mike the Viper Jacobs at Absolution, a feud which had run deep in the flesh and the heart of Tobias Upson and Mike Jacobs for the majority of Season 1 of the XWF. Mike Jacobs defeated Upson 3 times in a row at pay-per-views, once in a single match, once in a first blood match, once in a cage match where Upson was so close but he just couldn't quite make it. And then at the end of the year, the biggest stage of them all, Tobias Upson was successful in a ladder match when he pulled that Internet Championship down from the top, from the rafters, and he became the Internet Championship in the moment which will go down in XWF history. An emotional moment. It was voted Match of the Year to the XWF fans, and it was just a great match, and Tobias Upson has held the belt since then. Has since been brought in a rule called 10 Defend, where if you defend the title 10 times in a row, you can cash it in for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Now Upson offered this match to Malice. He said he thinks Malice deserves a shot. He says that he's a supportive guy backstage and he wants to give him this opportunity. It's weird seeing Malice come down, from the stage. You know, the Hardcore Hate Crew always favor coming in from the crowd. Malice coming down from the stage. Unusual. Secondly, it's just strange to see Malice without a tag team partner. You know, the Hardcore Hate Crew, they're the longest reigning tag division champions we've ever had here in the XWF, and they are predominantly tag team wrestlers. So it is unusual to see Malice wrestle on his own. It's not to say it's never happened before, because it has, but it's just strange to see it, you know, when you're used to them being a tag team. But ladies and gentlemen, can Malice do the unthinkable, beat Tobias Upson here tonight and win his first ever singles title? I think it'll be interesting to see him with the Internet Championship. Let's get this show on the road. 4 ladders, 1 title hanging above the ring. Let's get this going. Tying up, locking horns, goes for an elbow, but Malice knees his way out. Side headlock, goes for European uppercut. Upson fights his way out. Irish whip into the corner, runs in, drop kick in the face of Malice. Malice crumbles down to the mat. Upson staying on the attack, picks him up to his feet. Side headlock, snapmare there from Upson off the rope. Drop kick in the face. You know, it's going to be a lot of speed and a lot of technicality between these two guys. Upson is fast, he can go. You know, and Malice's style is high-flying and fast-paced. And Upson has got to keep up the speed, or Malice will run rings around him. A nice mat of armor there. Upson trying to get up to his feet. Another mat of armor there from Malice. Brilliant. Look at this. Malice hops onto his shoulder, spins around. Hurricane Runner. You know, Malice going all out here, going all out. He knows what's on the line. He's got to bring in these heavy moves early to take the attack down. Runs up with the ninja kick. Side headlock from Malice. Throws the arm over. Snap suplex. Looking strong early on, Malice. Looking very strong early on. Goes for a waist lock. Upson turns into a headlock. Fights back with an elbow shot to the face. Upson side headlock. What's he got in mind? Elbow shot to the back of the head. Irish whip here from Upson. Bouncing Malice off the ropes. Leg lariat right in the throat. Knocking Malice down. Great move. Irish whip again from Upson into the corner. Face first. And he grabs him. Oh, look at that. Cuts him down to size. Beautiful move from Tobias Upson, throwing Malice over the top rope. What's he got in mind? Wait, Malice forearm smashes him away. Malice onto the top rope, Look at that arm drag from the top rope. Beautiful move. Now Malice jumps over the apron to the outside. He's grabbed the ladder. Getting the ladder involved early from Malice. He brings it into the ring. Clothesline from Upson, cutting him down before he had a chance to use it. Upson knows that he's got to stay on the attack. Look at his back onto the ladder. Using the ladder, why not? You know, use it to your advantage. That is what it is there for. Irish whip into the corner, and now Tobias Upson grabs the ladder, and he has set it up in position. He's going to go climbing. Wait, springboard. Hurricanrana springboard from Malice from the apron. Impressive move. The fans on their feet. High-octane action here for the Internet Championship. Drop kick off the apron. Upson crumbles to the outside. This is Malice's chance. He's got the ladder, sets it up in the middle of the ring. He's climbing, quick and fast. Springboard drop kick from Upson, knocking the ladder out from under his feet. Malice gets up to his feet, stunned still, goes for a kick with a dragon screw there from Tobias Upson off the ropes. Tobias Upson, senton splash, crushing the rib cage of Malice. Great match so far from these two competitors. Throws the arm over, snap suplex, vintage Tobias Upson with a snap suplex. Now Tobias Upson, Irish whip, throwing Malice over the apron. He holds onto the ropes, but Upson kicks him out off the apron. Crumbling to the outside goes Malice, and now Upson grabs that ladder, setting it up. This could be his chance to retain his Internet Championship. He climbs up. Malice is in. He pulls Upson up from the ladder. He pulls him down. Spin around, the elbow, kick to the face, kick to the abdomen. Look at this combo, kick to the face. Upson crumbles to the mat. He's turning him up for a hate crime. This could be over, ladies and gentlemen. Going for a hate crime. Look at this, locks it in. Upson spins behind him. He locks it in, Upson down, crushing the head into the mat. Upson climbing the ladder. This could be over. 2 hands on the Internet Championship. He's pulling it. Could he retain the title? Wait a minute. Malice is climbing. He's going to try to stop him. He's got the title. Malice, second short, but Upson is victorious here tonight. You gotta feel bad for Malice. He put on a great show. He climbed. He got Upson down with every last bit of energy. He tried to climb. Slowly but surely, he was milliseconds away from pushing Upson away. But if you look at the replay, look, Upson was climbing up. He was going for it. Malice ran in, dragged him down, and this combination of strikes, catching Upson by surprise, a kick to the stomach, boot round the face. Upson just crumbled to the mat like a sack of spuds. And then Malice, he had the idea he was going to go for the hate crime. He was going to go for it. He tried to lock it in. But Upson span under him, locked it in, smashed him down with the ups and down, his finishing maneuver. Clean way up to the title. He climbed up. He reached for the belt. He was pulling up. He was pulling it, but Malice, with heart and soul, got up to his feet, stunned, dazed. Look at him crawling with all the energy, trying to get to Upson, trying to get to him. And just as he got to him, Upson pulled the belt off and retained the Internet Championship. What a great match that was, ladies and gentlemen. Solid title defense for Upson. Solid title defense for Upson. And it puts him one step closer to becoming, the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Khan, Nightmare for the 3rd and 4th place of the Demolition Series. Nightmare making his way down to the ring. This match, Dr. Khan and Nightmare, it's a foolproof match. It is always going to be solid. These two, out of everyone in the XWF that competes, these two have probably faced each other in their past, in their history, more than anyone else. They know each other. They know their moveset. They know how they work in the ring. They know what they're thinking. Nightmare knows what Dr. Khan is, always one step ahead of what Dr. Khan is going to do. Dr. Khan knows Nightmare's mindset, mind frame, moveset. Khan knows, or he can make a very good estimate of what Nightmare is going to try next, and that's what makes matches between these two so impressive. They know each other so well, and it's always who can just mix it up and outsmart the other one. Dr. Khan making his way down to the ring. The fans on their feet as every time they are for Dr. Khan. I'm very looking forward to this match. The Demolition Series this year was amazing. I think it was a great show. The 16 men, they all went in. They put their bodies on the line. They went out. Damage, totally deserving of first place. Every match he was in, he went all out. Junction, totally deserving of second place. Again, every match he went in, he went all out. He beat Nightmare in probably one of the biggest surprises of this Demolition Series, getting a clean victory on Nightmare. Very impressive. And unfortunately, he just couldn't beat Damage on the night of Demolition. But props to Junction, great match from them too. But now tonight, on our sub-main event, as it were, for episode 35 Shockwave Anniversary Show, 3rd and 4th place of the Demolition Series will be decided when Dr. Khan faces off against Nightmare. The referee rings the bell, locking horns. Who is the stronger man? Dr. Khan wins the tie-up. Side headlock. Nightmare twists the arm out. Dr. Khan twists his way back into a headlock. Knee to the chest and abdomen from Nightmare. Side headlock. Elbow shot to the back of the head. Side headlock from Nightmare. Goes for an elbow shot. Khan knees his way out. Side headlock from Dr. Khan. Twists the arm. The technicality between these two. Nightmare kicks his way out. Side headlock. Irish whip from Nightmare. Draws Dr. Khan back in, punch to the back of the head. Nightmare gets the first knockdown of the match, and he backs up, still wary. Locking horns. Who's the stronger man? Nightmare wins the tie-up. Arm twist. Khan turns into a hammerlock, into a headlock of his own. Look at this from Dr. Khan. Irish whip into the corner. Runs in, goes for a shoulder block. Nightmare moves out the way. Runs in, knee to the face. One step ahead of the Doctor was Nightmare. Irish whip bouncing Dr. Khan off the ropes. What Nightmare got in mind? Goes for a clothesline. Dr. Khan, German suplex early on. Tide changing, momentum shifting, tide turning move. Punch into a side headlock. Elbow shot to the back of the head. Khan to take control of this match now with an elbow shot to the back of the head again. Irish whip into the corner, runs in and hits that shoulder block this time. Nightmare crumbles down. Knee shot to the face by Dr. Khan. Irish whip from Dr. Khan, draws Nightmare back in, elbow shot, knocking Nightmare down. Dr. Khan picks him up once again, Irish whip, draws him in again. Nightmare running, suplex reversal. Again, one step of Doctor, he knew what he was going to do, and he nullified the effort. Goes for a clothesline, Dr. Khan slips under, and these two are locking horns. Who's the stronger man? Again, Nightmare wins the tie-up, using brute force. Elbow shot to the back of the head, runs in, Irish whip into the corner. What's Nightmare got in mind? He trips him over. Khan run back in, scissor sweep from Nightmare, looking very strong early on. Backdrop from Nightmare, crushing Dr. Khan. Nightmare very strong early on in this encounter. Side headlock. Khan turns it around into a side headlock of his own. What's he got in mind? Irish whip here from Dr. Khan. Draws Nightmare in. Belly to belly from Dr. Khan. The best belly to belly in the business. twisting the arm of Nightmare. Dr. Korn, oh look at this, slips onto the leg, pulls him down. One of those wrestling style holds on the ground. Dr. Korn, brute strength, stalling suplex. You know, enough to crush his spine like a tin can. That's a 1 count, and Nightmare kicks out. Resiliency from Nightmare. Korn goes for a punch. Nightmare pushes him back, goes for an elbow to the abdomen, but Dr. Korn elbowed his way out of it, and another elbow shot to the back of the head. Punch from Dr. Korn, and another one. Side headlock from Korn, goes for a punch. Nightmare fighting back. These two back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Shot block to the back of the leg from Nightmare. Lining up, elbow to the heart. Elbow to the heart. You know, Nightmare delivers these moves with aggression, tenacity, but pinpoint precision. Nightmare ducks under Dr. Korn, runs in and spears him. Delivered with pure execution, pure intelligence. And Nightmare with a backdrop, bending Korn. Just displaying a show of power here. Nightmare in control of the match. Side headlock. Look at this. Sambo suplex, planting Dr. Korn into the mat. Nightmare looking strong. That's 1. That's 2, and a kick out on 2 by Dr. Korn. Not enough to keep him down. Nightmare, the kick to the abdomen. Nightmare really taking control of this match as it goes on. A punch to the forehead, and another one by Nightmare. Dr. Korn kicks his way out. This is Korn's chance to turn the tides. Under the arm of Nightmare, backdrop. Quick and aggressive. Planning Nightmare into the mat. Korn picks him up. What's Korn got in mind? Look at this Russian leg sweep with vicious tenacity. Really dropping Nightmare down with force. This is Khan's chance to get back in the match. Irish whip, hip toss from Dr. Korn. Look at this. He's grabbing Nightmare, locking him in with his vicious sleep hold to build up the lactic acid in Nightmare's body, to wear him down, to knock out his stamina, to knock out his cardio. Korn for the cover, but Nightmare gets his foot on the bottom rope. Not enough to keep him down. Nightmare grabs Dr. Korn for a headlock, trying to lock it in, but Korn locks in a headlock instead. Elbow shot to the back of the head. What has Korn got in mind? Irish whip draws him in, elbow shot to the face. Dr. Korn off the ropes. Nightmare stunned. Dr. Korn dropping the legs into the throat of Nightmare. Dr. Korn for the cover. That is 1. That is 2. And a kick out on 2 by Nightmare. Not enough to keep him down. These two men slugging at each other. Dr. Korn punch. Nightmare no-sold the punch, and now he is fighting back with a clothesline. These two men really taking the fight to each other here tonight. Nightmare picks Dr. Korn up, and another clothesline. Just driving him down into the mat. This is what you've got to do. Scissor sweep there from Nightmare, looking strong. Grabs Dr. Korn's leg, slams it down with a stomp on the back of the leg, and a kick to the stomach. Unorthodox, vicious style of Nightmare, elbow shot to the chest cavity. Korn trying to get up to his feet. Nightmare, Devastator! Devastator, Korn, Operation! Operation Korn, turning the tides for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Nightmare kicks out on 2.9. Nightmare with a flurry of attacks goes for a Devastator. Seconds later, Korn hits him with the operation, and now Korn torn Nightmare up. This could be over. Nightmare with a punch to the face, and another one. Korn gets up to his feet. Nightmare going for the Irish whip. Korn nullifies the effort with a whip of his own. Ducks down. Nightmare grabs his hand, smashes it on his knee, crushing coconuts into a freaking cross face. It could be over for the Doctor. Is the Doctor going to submit to Nightmare? Is Nightmare going to win 3rd place in the Demolition Series? He's got it locked in. You can see him applying the pressure. Dr. Korn is in agony, pain, striking down his neck, through his vertebrae, through his shoulders, through his chest, through every bone in his body. Dr. Korn rolls Nightmare off of him. He got his way out, but Nightmare grabs him in a side headlock. Elbow shot to the back of the head. Nightmare side headlock again, elbow shot to the back of the head. Nightmare clothesline neckbreaker, taking the Doctor down, smashing him on the ground with force for the cover leg hook. That's 1, that's 2, and a kick out on 2. Dr. Korn still not staying down. Nightmare, Irish whip into the corner. This is Nightmare's opportunity. Punch to the face. Nightmare in control here. Dr. Korn double feets his way out of the turnbuckle. Throws Nightmare in. Shoulder block of his own. And another shoulder block. Nightmare stunned. Dr. Korn moves him onto the top rope. Nightmare kicks Korn back. He's onto the top rope. Korn rolls on. Belly to belly from the top rope. Nightmare crumbles down. Like Domino Express. Like a house of cards in the wind for the cover. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. Nightmare kicks out on 2.9, 2.9, 2.9, 2.9, 2.9. And Dr. Korn with a clothesline, double axe handle, following him up. He picks Nightmare up and Oklahoma slam. Nightmare moves out the way, under the arm. Nightmare backdrop, dropping it like it's hot. This is incredible. Nightmare now on the attack. He picks Dr. Korn up. Punch to the face from Nightmare. Punch to the face from Nightmare. Korn up to his feet. Going for the Irish whip from Nightmare. Korn nullifies the effort. He ducks down. Nightmare runs in. Korn slips on behind him. Korn. Stethoscope kick in the chest. Stethoscope kick in the chest. What the hell is Mike Jacobs doing here? Mike Jacobs has just come from the audience. He's watching the match. Dr. Karn, eyes on Mike Jacobs. Look at these two staring daggers into each other's eyes. Karn being tormented by Mike Jacobs, being tormented. Turn around, Karn. Turn around, Nightmare. He's locked it in. He's locked it in. The Devastator. The Devastator on Dr. Karn. He nails him in the center of the ring. He nails him in the center of the ring. The Devastator. The legs hook. That's one. That's two. That's three. Nightmare defeats Dr. Karn. Mike Jacobs leaves. I don't think that Nightmare saw Dr. Karn was distracted by Mike Jacobs. Nightmare, as far as he knows, won the match clean, and he leaves. That's third place in the Demolition Series. What the hell is Mike Jacobs doing? He's getting in the ring with a chair. Karn, oh my God, over the head with a steel chair. What a vicious move. What a vicious, unnecessary move. And Nightmare's seen it. Nightmare's heard it. He's turned around, and he is looking down at Mike Jacobs in the ring. Nightmare's running back. Is he going to save Dr. Karn? He's going to save Dr. Karn. Mike Jacobs. Mike Jacobs runs. Mike Jacobs escapes, and he leaves the ring. Nightmare scares him off. Nightmare looking out for Dr. Karn, not something that you would see every day, not something that I would personally thought would have happened. Nightmare showing a nice streak. Look at A-Bomb! A-Bomb just jumped over the rope. He grabbed Nightmare, suplexes him to the outside. Nightmare crumbles down like freaking spuds, like spuds in a sack. And now A-Bomb, look at the power, look at the power, throws Nightmare through the steel stairs. Vicious, tenacious A-Bomb, the strongest man in the XWF, self-proclaimed strongest man in the world, leaving Nightmare decimated on the floor. And look at Dr. Karn in the ring, reeling down from that chair shot from Mike Jacobs. Not looking much better on the outside for Nightmare. Struggling to breathe after being thrown through the steel stairs by A-Bomb. You know, A-Bomb and Mike Jacobs, they've taken these feuds to new levels, and Nightmare and Dr. Karn are not going to be happy about that. That is what I will say. And now Matt King walking into the owner's office like a dog chasing a car, but there is no car. And he says, "Hey, owner." And the owner says, "Matt King, how can I help you?" And Matt King says, "I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, but after Absolution, you've kept me on here, and it's because you know that I'm a benefit to the no-holds-barred division. I'm no stranger to hardcore, and if you think that I don't know that you need to have eyes in the back of your head, well, you're wrong, because I know that. What I will say is, I don't like this Tsunami guy that attacked me from behind. I want a match against him. If he thinks because he's big he scares me, he's wrong. Nothing scares me. I'm the supernatural." And the owner says, "Okay, you want a match against Tsunami? Is that what you're saying? Matt King versus Tsunami. Has a nice ring to it. You got your match." And Matt King says, "Good, because you know Matt King brings in ratings." And the owner says, "That's fine. You got your match on Shockwave 36. And Matt King says, "Good. Tsunami's going to get what's coming to him." And he leaves. And now Tobias Upson goes up to Malice backstage and he says, "Hey Malice, I know they sort of rushed us out the ring after our match. You know, I know it's an anniversary show. They have a tight schedule to stick to. But I just wanted to say, great work, man. Great work out there. I didn't get a chance to say it to you in the ring, but it was a hell of a match." And Malice says, "Thanks, Upson. It was a great contest. I went all out, but tonight the better man did win." And Malice says, "You're having a great run with that title. Who knows? Maybe you will be the first man to cash in 10 title defenses for a shot at the world champion." Tobias Upson says, "Well, we will see, because I've got a lot more defenses to do before I start thinking about that." He's going to have 5 indeed. And Malice says, "Well, take it from me, man. I think you've got it in you to do it. I really believe that." And Upson says, "Thanks, that means a lot. I was also going to say to you that I really respect the Hardcore Hate Crew. You know that I respect you and Penance. You've always been supportive of me. And I'd like to offer Penance a title shot on Shockwave episode 36. So if you could pass that on to him, I would be very grateful." Tobias Upson's giving Penance a shot on show 26. Ladies and gentlemen, I think all we have time for now is our main event, and we are heading into that match right now. Wardlore's entrance music is playing, and he is making his way down to the ring. And one of the most dominating superstars in the history of this industry. One of the strongest, one of the most powerful, one of the most influential. You know, this guy pretty much carried XWA on his back and forged a generation of EFED wrestling. You know, you can't deny what this guy's done, and like he said earlier, he truly believes that if it wasn't for him, Damage wouldn't be where he is today. Lord believes that when he mentored him in the XWA and brought him into the CWO with Nightmare, that really kick-started Nightmare and Damage's careers, and he calls Damage an ungrateful bastard. Now, I am really looking forward to this match, though. I think Damage is... Oh, wait a minute, I just got a text. It's from Clowner. What the hell? It says, Do you like the feeling of a cold cucumber in your mouth? Right, ignore that. I got no idea what the hell Clowner is texting me about. Damage is making his way down to the ring now. Damage versus Lord Lore, a match that I have never seen in my life. Truthfully, I don't even know if it's ever happened. So this is a big match for an anniversary show. Damage is looking very ready, very focused. You know, the recent removal of his face paint has meant we can see the emotion in his face a lot more, and he's looking pissed off. He is definitely looking pissed off, but he is looking pumped. He is looking ready. Lord Lore versus Damage, and you know, this is probably the first time in XWF history Damage is not the least liked guy in the ring. You know, I'm actually hearing a couple of Damage chants already in this matchup. And these two men, Damage going for the strikes early on. Look at this, just punching Lord Lore into submission. Going for European upcut. Lord Lore punches him and pushes him back. Now Lord Lore taking the fight to Damage. Elbow shot, clothesline, knocking Damage off his feet. This is what you gotta be careful of Lord Lore. When he starts using his brute strength, this is when he's gonna wear you down quick, and he runs in. Damage moves out the way. Runs in, rolling senton in the corner. This is exactly what Damage has gotta use. His speed, his perceptions to outmaster and outmaneuver Lord Lore. Damage is throwing punches heavy and fast. Lord Lore bucks and pushes him away. No selling the punches. Lord Lore soars in a big boot in the throat, and Damage does a freaking backflip from the force. This is not looking good on Damage's behalf early on. A hip toss there from Lord Lore, crushing every bone in your body. Irish whip, bouncing Damage off the ropes again, and another hip toss, just slamming him down with the force of 1,000 megatons. A punch there from Lord Lore. Now Irish whip again for this hip toss. Damage springboard dropkick in the chest cavity, winding Lord Lore with a great move. Damage starting to take control back of the match with a leg drop there. Great move from Damage. I got a freaking text from Clowner again. What's this one? It says, look at them two pairs hanging in front of your face. One is smaller than the other. What the fuck does that mean? Seriously, Clowner, stop texting me. I'm in a main event match on an anniversary show. Stop freaking texting me. I'm turning my phone off. Irish whip from Damage. Lord Lore runs in. Damage slips under the arm, turns into a neck breaker, and slams him down with force for the cover. That is one, and a kick out on one. A kick out on one. Lord Lore so resilient, blocks Damage's punch. Now these punches from Lord Lore feeding him into the corner, locking him down. Elbow shot to the back of the head, a punch into the corner. This is not good for Damage. Lord Lore throwing these piston-like arms into the throat of Damage, and Damage crumbles down to the mat, stamping on the elbow. Lord Lore playing with Damage now like a freaking caged animal. Look at this, he sits him up, holding his arm out, just elbows to the heart, like a freaking moist sponge. Just beating the hell out of it with freaking whipped cream. And now Irish whip from Lord Lore off the ropes, and Lord Lore leg lariat taking Damage down with force. Lord Lore for the cover on Damage. That is one. That is two, and Damage still kicks out on two. Still kicks out on two. Damage in a bad way. Irish whip here from Lord Lore. Look at this. Picks Damage up. Damage knees to the face. Fighting back. Fighting back. This is what Damage has got to do. Stomp to the arm. Stomp to the leg. Damage precision. Pinpoint accuracy. Kick to the other leg. Kick to the other arm. Line him up and stomp on the face. This is what Damage has got to do. Fight back. Take the fight back to Lord Lore. Look at this. Snap there. Snap there from Damage. Kick to the spine. Kick to the freaking spine. Damage for the cover. That is one. That is two, and a kick out on two by Lord Lore. Now not to keep this man down. Damage kicks him in the face. Knocking a freaking teeth out. Knocking his freaking jaw off. Damage onto the top rope. Lord Lore up to his feet. Damage missile drop kick in the chest cavity. Dual piston style. Knocking him off his feet. And now Damage with the Irish whip. Bounces Lord Lore off the rope. Drop kick in the chest. Runs in. Drop kick in the face. Lord Lore up to his feet. Goes for a clothesline. Damage twists under the arm into a neck breaker. Damage is torning him up for a brain damage. This could be lights out for Lord Lore. Lord Lore into Damage's arm. Picks him up. Belly to back slam. Slams him down with force. Lord Lore always one step ahead. Picking Damage up, just driving fists into the forehead. Driving him into the forehead, just bludgeoning. Just brain hemorrhaging. Irish whip now from Lord Lore, throws Damage, draws him back in, short arm clothesline. Bad position for Damage, bad way to be. Irish whip again, draws him in, short arm clothesline. Lord Lore taking the fight to him like no other. Kick to the abdomen, and now Lord Lore throwing the arm over. Snap suplex on Damage, driving him onto the mat with vicious force. Picks Damage up to his feet, again locks him in, arm over, snap suplex from Lord Lore. The stamina from this man, for his stature, for his size, is incredible. He punches Damage. Damage blocks a punch. He's fighting back. Punches. Go for a kick. Lord Lore blocks and clotheslines him. Stocks the momentum. Stocks the comeback. The fans are behind Damage here tonight. Lord Lore is clearly in control as he throws Damage into the corner. What's he got in mind? Shoulder block. Shoulder block again. Damage in a bad way. And look at this Lord Lore punch to the kidney, punch to the stomach, punch to the face. Bad move. He locks the arm. He locks the arm. Hip toss 3/4 the way across the freaking ring. Damage is in a bad way. Double axe handle from Lord Lore. And another one. Damage, you've got to find a way out. Lord Lore locks in. Oklahoma slam. And he nails Damage down with enough power to shatter your skeletal structure. Twisting the arm. Elbow to the chest. Russian leg sweep. Vintage Lord Lore. Damage is in a bad way. And Lord Lore turning for swift justice. Damage is going to be nothing but bones and flesh if he hits this. Damage gets it. He gets swift justice. This is over. Lord Lore is done. Damage here tonight. That is 1. That is 2. That is 3. No, what the hell? Damage kicked out on 2.9.9.999999999, and Lord Lore's not impressed. A knee to the face. Damage is holding on by a freaking thread. He is holding on by a thread as Lord Lore is taking this fight to him like no other. Irish whip into the corner. Damage just running chest first into the turnbuckle. And again, chest first into the turnbuckle. Damage just ends a Guri out of desperation. Out of desperation, somehow he dug down deep and he hit an enziguri. This is your chance, Damage. Fight back. Side headlock, European uppercut. With every last breath, with every last bit of energy that he has got, he is fighting back. He is fighting back. Spin around, head scissor takedown, and he launches Lord Lore across the ring. Damage holding his head in agony and stomping on the chest and stomach of Lord Lore. Damage fighting back. Kick to the abdomen again. Side headlock. Everything he's got. Kick to the stomach. And Damage jumps and drives that knee into Lord Lore's face with such momentum. This is exactly what Damage needs to get back in this match, to get back in the game. That's 1. That is 2. And a kick out onto Lord Lore. Such resiliency. What do you got to do to keep this man down? Damage picking Lord Lore up to his feet. Irish whip into the corner. Put everything you got into it, Damage. A shoulder block and another one, but Lord Lore knees him in the face. What do you got to do to keep this guy down? Punches to the face of Damage. Shoulder block from Lord Lore. And another one, and he moves Damage up to the top rope. Whatever Damage does, Lord Lore fights back. A punch. No, Lord Lore climbing onto the top rope. Not like this. Not like this. Superplex from the top rope. Oh my God, this is over. This is over for Damage. As good as over. Leg hook. That is 1. That is 2. That is 3. Damage kicks out again on 2.9. Damage refuses to die, even though he has taken a beat down at the hands of Lord Lore, who is torning him up for a Lore Breaker. Oh, he kicked him down. Lore Breaker locked in. This is bad for Damage. Damage, he turns him up. He picks him up. Damage, look at the strength. Collateral damage on a man 2 times the size of him. Unbelievable strength. You hear people becoming superhuman in the moment of need, and that is exactly what Damage has done. Irish whip, drop kick in the chest cavity. Damage making a comeback, drop kick in the face. This is what Damage needs. Lord Lore for a clothesline. Damage onto the arm, neck breaker. This is what Damage has got to do. Jumps over onto the apron. He is waiting for Lord Lore to get up. Springboard clothesline. Cutting Lord Lore down like a woodcutter cuts down wood. Picking Lord Lore up to his feet. This is your moment, Damage. This is your moment. Irish whip, jumps onto him with the loop. There's pressures, driving punches into the face of Lord Lore. Punches and punches and punches and punches and punches and a heavy punch. Damage, this is your ball game. Oh, what is Static doing here? Get out, you are not part of this match, Static. Damage knocks him off the apron. Fuck you, says Damage. Oh, and Havoc's here. Oh, the cavalry are arriving. And Damage runs at Havoc. Well, fuck me, Havoc driving into my announce table. The referee rings the bell. Oh, swift justice from Lord Lore, catching Damage off guard. This match ends in a no contest because of disqualification from the little scoundrels that are Havoc and Static. And now look at this, Lord Lore's calling them into the ring. Havoc and Static coming in like little hyenas, attacking a man that is already beaten down, and Lord Lore tells Static to get a chair. This is not good for Damage, taking a beat down at the hands of these 3 men. Lord Lore grabs the chair, Luke Loins, the World Heavyweight Champion, making his way down to the ring. Static sees him. Static getting out the ring. He's running at Luke Loins. Watch yourself, Luke Loins. Watch yourself. Look at this. Clothesline, taking the head off a Static. 1 heavy hit. Now Havoc turning his attention to Luke Loins. Havoc running up the stage towards Luke Loins. Gonna try to take him out. Goes for a clothesline. Luke Loins ducks under the arm. Hits him on his knee. Neck breaker from Luke Loins, taking out the army. Look at this. Luke Loins running into the ring. Lord Lore sees him. Lord Lore runs away. Frickin' Lord Lore like a scaredy cat. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. A 3-man beat down, and when the odds are even, they leave. That is disgusting. Damage trying to get up to his feet. He's just about up. Luke Lloyd's telling Lord Lord to get back in the ring. But Lord Lord is leaving. He is leaving. What a scaredy cat. What a coward. Luke Lloyd turns around face to face with Damage. These two men facing each other down. World Heavyweight Champion versus the winner of the Demolition Series, the #1 contender. Staring each other down. Tense moment. But Damage backs off and he leaves. No sign of thanks. No gratitude. No respect. For Luke Lloyd's going out of his way to help him. Damage just leaves. Luke Lloyd's torn into the fans, to a hero's welcome. Luke Lloyd's managing to come down and clear the ring of Static Havoc and Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, where does this go? We're going to have to tune in next week. Thanks for watching. I'm the Bear, Bearout. Bear out.